Hi guys, it's pretty crazy windy here today. I wanted to show you guys my flower beds, but hopefully it won't be windy this weekend and I can get out there and show you guys what's going on with my flowers. I've worked really hard on my flower beds this last week, and it's a lot of work, let me tell you, especially the first part of the year. You got everything coming up from the winter time, and it rained here quite a bit, so the weeds just popped up like crazy. So it took me like 2 full days just to pick weeds and stuff. But like I said, hopefully this weekend I can get out there and do a quick video for you guys. So I know I haven't been on in like over a week. I've been busy with the weeds, and we finally got our carpets in after about 2 months of ordering them, and then just a bunch of other stuff we've been doing. But you guys, I've had a few dreams and visions this last week that I wanted to share with you guys real quick. First, an update on my flowers. They're pretty much all blooming, and a few of my rose bushes are blooming, but not all of them. They do have the buds on them, and I have a few little buds that have bloomed here and there, but they're not in full bloom yet. But all my flowers, all my other flowers are in bloom, and then even the trees that have flowers on them are in bloom. So again, I've worked really hard to make it as beautiful as I can. But you guys, another thing, this last video I did about Walt and the 3 days of darkness. You guys, we have to go by what Scripture says. And I know many people are saying, well, this person and that person all had dreams about the 3 days of darkness, which, yes, could be possible. But we got to remember, like for me, I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and I've heard so many people get the rapture date on this or that day or this year or this month. I mean, I've heard it all. And even with myself, you know, I really thought, you know, I've heard, especially this last year, there was not going to be a Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving came and gone. Christmas came and gone. Easter. And now people were pointing at Pentecost, and we're still here. And you guys, I did believe with all my heart that Pentecost was it. Some people are saying the true Pentecost isn't till the 12th, but I'm not sure. You know, I have no proof of it. I can't disprove it. But there's so many calendars out there that so many people are going by. Do I believe we're still in the season? Absolutely. Am I still holding on to a spring rapture? 100%. We still have 11 full days until summer comes. And if for some reason we see July, then obviously myself, I wasn't hearing from the Lord, or maybe I was and He was just pointing us at a different time. You know, we don't always understand dreams and visions, and that's why, you know, just because we share them doesn't mean that we're absolutely correct. And we do ask for your guys' input as well on what you guys think of our dreams and visions. And that's why I leave my comments opened as well, because I'm not always right and I'm not always hearing from the Lord. I just try and share what I feel like the Lord is giving me. But again, I've had, you know, 3 or 4 spring rapture dreams, and what I'm praying for is that the Lord is just waiting for that last second. You know, the way I look at it is, you know, say only a handful, 100 people per day surrender their lives to the Lord and come to Him. Well, in a month's time, that's 3,000 people. In 2 months' time, it's 6,000 people. Would I be willing to stay here another 2 months to make sure that 6,000 people did not have to go through the tribulation? Absolutely. I'm going to trust and believe in the Lord that His timing is perfect, because it is. He's not going to come 1 second too soon or too late, but He is keeping us on our tippy toes and keeping us walking with Him. I don't think pointing at a certain time is a bad thing. You know, when people were hearing Easter, how many people came to Christ? You shouldn't backslide, or just because Easter came and gone or Pentecost has come and gone shouldn't give you the opportunity to get back in the world and think, well, we were wrong, they were wrong. Now the Lord's not coming. He's warning us that He is coming. And I still believe with all my heart, if I'm not correct on spring, I still truly believe we're going to be gone before the Revelation 12 sign. I've gotten a few comments asking me to check out Steve from Heavenly Signs 2017, that he has pretty much undeniable proof that the rapture would be September 21st. I'm not saying he's right or he's wrong because I have not watched the videos. So could we still be here this summer? Absolutely. Am I praying for spring? Absolutely. I want out of here just as much as you guys do, but we just got to keep on walking with the Lord and keep praying and hoping that there's not much time left. And I believe with all my heart that we don't have much time left. So it would be foolish for anybody to backslide at this point, because He said He's going to come sooner than we think. And most people are looking at September 23rd. So, again, I believe we're not going to see September. Could we see some of September? Yes. But to go past September 23rd, I just don't believe so. And that's just my own personal opinion. But now I'm getting on 7 minutes. So, you guys, I just want to get into my dreams real quick. On Sunday, when I realized that we were still here, you know, Pentecost evening on Sunday, I just asked the Lord, you know, was just in prayer and was just wondering and asking, you know, are we wrong? I mean, are we totally off? Could you give me something that shows me the truth? And I fell asleep and I had a dream. And all I remember seeing is a room full of brides. I mean, there was hundreds of brides. And then I remember standing in a hallway with the two sisters that I have talked about in previous dreams I've had. They were in my dream again. And in real life, they're a little on the heavier side, and one wears glasses. In my dream, they were both really skinny, both beautiful, and the one did not have glasses. But they weren't in their wedding dresses. And I didn't see that I was in my wedding dress, but I felt like I was. And I just remember them saying, wow, you are so beautiful, and thank you for inviting us. And then that was pretty much the end of my dream. And then the next day, I had a vision, and I saw a field of barley. And the barley had come up out of the ground, and it was like dancing back and forth, all in sync. You know how the birds fly together? It's just like they know exactly what way they're going to go, and it's just in perfect sync. And this is how the barley was. And then it was like the wind caught it, and it kind of swayed up in the air and then started coming toward me. And at the last second, all of it shot straight up in the air. And so I feel like the Lord is still saying, you know, just because the barley season is over doesn't necessarily mean that the barley season is over in heaven. You know, we are considered the barley, whether we have to, again, wait a couple more weeks or a couple more months. I still believe the Lord was showing me that it is time, that the barley is about to go. And then the last dream I had, you guys, was, I think, 2 days ago. And I've never dreamt about the Pope before, but I had a dream that I was standing on the sidewalk in front of a cathedral, a Catholic church. And the Pope had come up to me, and then he got on the sidewalk on his knees, and he put his forehead down to the ground. So his forehead was touching the sidewalk too. And he was kind of like in a fetal position, but, you know, like his knees were on the ground. like he was bowing down to the sidewalk, let's say. And then I could see on his collar, on the back of his collar, it said something like, the meaning of my name in spirit, or the meaning in spirit, or something like that. And I didn't see anything else, and I know in my dream I was trying to find another word, what that meant, you know, the meaning in spirit, but there was nothing. And then so when he lifted up his head, he had devil horns, but it wasn't coming out of his head. It was like he was wearing like a headband, like little girls do, and it had devil's horns on it. And then the next thing I know is that I'm in this huge pool. I mean, like a huge, huge pool. And there's just hundreds of people screaming at the top of their lungs because it was hot. It was really, really hot. And I remember there was like a, you know how they have in the pool, like the ledges, but they're in the pool. So I was walking on this ledge, so it was like my feet were the only thing that was in the pool. And I was going up to the ceilings because they had valves. And I was turning on the cold water, trying to get the heat of the pool down. And the water kept filling up, and people were running out of room, so they were tilting their heads back, gasping for air before they completely, the whole room filled up with water. And I made it to the end of the pool, and it was like an infinity pool. I couldn't see over the edge of the pool, but I felt like there was a body of water down below. I'm not sure, but people were going to this ledge and just jumping and jumping and jumping off. And then the next thing I know is the pool is empty, and over half the people were gone. And then I was standing there with, you know, say there was like 100 people in the pool, so now there's only 50. And then some music started playing, and then everybody was like dancing in the pool. And then that was the end of my dream. So I'm not sure, you know, the interpretation of it. You know, I did think, just because of the Pope and everything, like that was the lake of fire, like an interpretation of the lake of fire. And then people I've seen where, in pictures, on videos, where people were literally like jumping into the lake of fire. So was the lake of fire below, and that's why they were jumping out of this pool. I'm not sure, but you guys are more than welcome to leave your feedback and let me know what you guys think. But you guys, I still got a couple people to get up today, and some errands to run. So I hope you guys enjoyed my dream, and like I said, you guys can leave comments below and let me think what you guys are thinking. But again, I hope I can get out Saturday or Sunday and show you guys a quick video of my flower beds. I'm pretty proud of them. But I'll talk to you guys later. Take care and God bless.